Aqua gang, what it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general love message for my Aquarius soul family. Hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guides, please give us exactly what we need to know. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, these messages, of course, are general, guys, right? Can't resonate with every single Aquarius. Take what resonates with you in each message and leave the rest for whoever it's here for. That's how tarot works. Try to keep an open mind, as tarot is fluid, and use your intuition to guide you towards the messages that they have for you, okay? So, what's up, y'all? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Before we get to that, please take a moment and click the like button if you don't mind, guys. It helps tremendously with the growth of our channel. We trying. We on the road to 100,000, y'all, okay? So please click that like button so others can be notified and we can show up in other people's recommendeds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Our family can continue to grow. Also, click that subscribe button if you have not done so already. Make it official. Become officially a part of our soul family. I do upload for this sign quite often, okay? Ask about me. So you might want to go ahead and click that notification bell as well, okay? So, I'm on the fence, you guys, about how I feel about this energy, okay? Let me just start by apologizing to you. I'm sorry. I am so sorry that you had to experience such a... It feels like a headache. Like, it feels like this person is just a lot to deal with. Very heavy energy. I won't call it dark, but it is very heavy. And it is because this person has a lot of baggage, you guys, okay? It definitely feels like most of their baggage is emotional baggage from the past. This could be because of past relationships as well as things that they have gone through in their childhood. It could also be, you know, traumatizing events that they've seen in relationships around them, etc., right? It's just this person holds on to those things and they do not release it, okay? And the fact that they hold on to it, it doesn't allow them to attach properly in connections. So therefore they become a headache, right? Like a migraine. They become a pain in the ass to whoever they encounter. It's almost as if they make the people that they decide to connect with pay for what they've experienced in their past, okay? It also places them in position to be unable to tap into their higher self, right? Their divine feminine or their divine masculine energy, okay? The reason why I'm really focusing on like their divine energy is because we got Venus and the 7th house that came out here. This is all about romance, relationships, equality, right? Justice, right? Like that means a balancing act. This is about, you know, contracts and friendships. So very loyal energy, but I feel like this is what's in our conflict position. This person is hesitant in making necessary changes to be able to be in a healthy positioning to even be a part of somebody else's life, if that makes sense. This is somebody who needs to definitely work on themselves. It's quite sad, the energy that I get from this person because of the first two cards that we had pop out. Now, this is in this person's shadows, meaning these are energies that you possibly have tapped into or have analyzed on your own, because we're a very analytical sign, Aquarians. We can read energy very well, good judgments of character. So it's oftentimes that when we realize that, damn, I knew that about you all along, I should have been gotten the fuck out of Dodge. That's why we often kick ourselves when we recognize that people are exactly who we thought they were. But I digress. So we have resisting change, right? Ask yourself why you are not wanting to change. Look at the positive side to changes. This is a very stubborn individual. Very stubborn, yet very, very, very insecure. We have emotional attachment. Are you protecting yourself from unwanted drama or stress? Feel positive emotions within yourself. To feel emotions is to feel alive. This is somebody who does not allow themselves to feel. And the fact that they numb themselves to emotions, numb themselves to feelings, numb themselves to what's right in front of their face, right? Because this does feel like a soulmate connection. Very, very intense, very magnetic, they refused to look at it at face value, or they would do things to try and oppose the emotions that were coming on, therefore becoming a headache to you. So the more you poured into this person, the more you showed them how loyal you were, the more you opened your heart to them, the more that you were transparent, the more that you pressed about their own vulnerabilities and pressed about them reciprocating, then they would show out in whatever way that might be. This person, when they feel the purity of this Two of Cups energy, which I do feel like is what you were showing up with and presenting yourself as, it triggers them, you guys, okay? Their emotional capacity is numbed. They have numbed it, almost as if they never want to feel it again. They never want to tolerate it again. They never want to hear about it again, see it again, none of that, okay? So it does give me that this person may have gone through a really tough heartbreak, which has absolutely nothing to do with you. But again, we have like a woman or a man scorn, and they're unable to tap into the avenues in which spirit is trying to guide them down, because they are actively turning their face away from change, okay? They don't want change, not even positive change. They want things to remain the same. This person may have really built up a armor around themselves, right? Like a fence, a guard. They have guards on duty 24/7. And it is with the intent to keep out all emotions, positive, negative, and anything thereafter, okay? This person actually gets embarrassed, right? Like by the thought of thinking that they're in love, or that someone may have captured their heart, right? That someone may actually be someone that they care about. That terrifies them, that scares them. They may have lost someone in a very traumatic way. Like I said, either this is somebody who broke their heart immensely, or they may have possibly lost them, meaning they passed away. It's something very traumatic that puts this person in a state of insecurity when they receive pure emotions, when they receive pure and loyal connections. They don't know how to receive them. They turn away from them. They actually do things to sabotage it, in fact. Okay, this is why we have Venus in the 7th house showing up. Now, the 7th house, this is about marriage and relationships, and I feel like this person has either been married before, or this is something that they once wanted. They could have been rejected in a very brutal way. It's something to that effect, you guys, where their insecurities had them behaving in such a manner to where you couldn't understand why they would just be pouring your cup out, right? Like why they would actively sip from your cup, yet not show it with their own, right? Expecting you to show up as the Ace of Cups, and you're like, nah. I'm not showing up with just one cup that runneth over for a motherfucker to sip out of. I've learned from that. Now I need another cup on the other side if I'm going to be one to tolerate a connection at this point in my life. There needs to be 2 cups out this bitch, and they both need to be pouring into each other equally. You want partnership, you want connectivity. Definitely feel like you tried to be this person's friend, because we have friendship here twice. 2 of Cups can signify a friendship as well, right? Like homie, lover, friend vibes. I don't get that it was all bad, which only makes it worse, because it's like you may have been fighting to bring the good times back around. But this person was on the opposing side. They weren't fighting with you. They were fighting against you, okay? This does give me the energy of somebody who is either sitting in their toxic masculinity or toxic femininity. They're not able to tap into their divine feminine, divine masculine energy, and that would put them in position to also either overindulge in certain areas of their life or subject you to things that you are not deserving of, okay? Whether that be lashing out at you, talking to you crazy, making you feel like an option, putting you in a position to feel like you need to prove yourself, etc., etc. Now, this is energy that this person is embarrassed by, but I feel like this is somebody who feels like there's no way out of this. Like they feel as though this is who they are, right? Like I've been like this for so long, there's no way that I can change. It's not that they can't change, it's that they're resisting the change altogether. They're scared. They are nervous about opening themselves back up, right? Making themselves vulnerable. That is something that nauseates them. The thought of being vulnerable, no, it's an absolute no for this person. So give me a little bit more here. All right, we have, see, do not disturb. Yeah, this is somebody who actively does want they want all of the perks that come with being in connection with you, okay? Whatever that was that you were providing for this person, even if just your energy, your money, right? Spending time with you, being able to be intimate with you, going out with you, right? Like joking around, having that connectivity. They wanted all the benefits of boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, exclusivity, without the title though, right? Like they don't want the emotions that come with that. And I feel like they tried to fight it, even fight you. It's almost as if you made them feel so good that they would turn around and be like, nah, I need to make you feel bad because you're making me feel too good. Like, huh? I'm baffled by this energy, you guys, okay? We have karma. Now I do feel like this person is on their way to a pretty tumultuous karmic cycle because they are forcing the divine to put them in position to make these changes, but they're actively resisting the changes, which is why the karmic cycle feels so brutal for them. You may have thought this person was a karmic soulmate. They are not. They're just resisting the soulmate connection. They're actively turning it into the reverse. Boy. See, I hate it ended this way. So for a great majority of you, this has already ended or it's on its way ending. It's on its way to an ending for sure. I don't know if this ending is indefinite, but it's an ending that is necessary while this person experiences the karmic cycle that will produce the change necessary for them to ever encounter you again or be in your energy again. Like they don't deserve to be a part of your energy is what I'm hearing. Wow. Did you fall in love with this person, you guys? Because I feel as though if you were questioning whether this person had like romantic feelings for you, emotions for you, they did. They would just actively turn it away or try to make it seem lesser than what it was. You see what I'm saying with this here? Try to make it seem like it's just a physical connection, like we're just cool, we're kicking it, we're going with the flow, we're just homies, you know, this is just a situationship or friends with benefits, when all in actuality their feelings were growing by the minute. Like the longer they were around you, the longer the two of you spent time together, the more that they were able to get to know you, the more that they were able to like dig into the details of who you are, the harder and faster they were falling. But because of the shadows that this person is dealing with, they are not emotionally mature, you guys. It's giving emotional illiteracy, okay? So instead of allowing things to move organically, especially in regards to any emotions that they were feeling for you, they would try to get you back for making them feel good, for making them love you. They gotta get you. Gotta get you. Ciao. Yeah, it's almost as if this is a person who, like I said, they love to indulge in your energy. Venus. They love that shit, okay? They love how it feels in the moment. When the two of you are together, they can almost justify it in their mind. Like, oh, okay, I just feel this way about Aquarius because we're hanging out, because they're in front of me, because they're around, because they're in my hemisphere, right? Like they are in my area. Okay, we're face to face. It only makes sense that they would be in my mind. It only makes sense that I would have all the feels because we're having these life experiences. It's in the moments that you're not around and they can't stop thinking about you. That's when shit goes awry in their psyche. Okay, that's when shit is hitting the fan for them. It's like, well, Aquarius is not in front of me. And for those of you who are dealing with someone that you were not like exclusive with, they may have even been entertaining other prospects, right? I get third party energy for some of you, not all of you. Don't force anything to fit. But it's like when they're around somebody else, they're thinking about you or how you would have said that, how you would have done that, how you would have worn that, how you would have, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, damn, they almost feel like their thoughts are now obsessively becoming about you, that they may try to talk themselves out of those pure emotions, you guys. This is pure emotion that this person is feeling for you. I don't want to use the word love because we all know that that entails something way deeper than some of the fuck shit this person was bringing you. But it's borderline. It's definitely hitting them right in that heart chakra. And they try to talk themselves out of it like, oh, okay, it's just a physical connection. Like I maybe just need to have sex with Aqua and then I'll be done with it, because I get that that's a pattern of this person, or that's one of those defense mechanisms that they have used in the past. Like when they start to grow emotions for a person, the way that they are able to get that mucky desire and feeling of actually loving someone out of their system is by having sex with them, is by being intimate with them. Now, if you were intimate with this person, listen, let me just relax. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. I'm not laughing at y'all. I'm laughing at what I'm hearing, okay? If the two of you have been sexually intimate, right? I get that you're fine, right? You're okay at this point. You may be coming to grips and coming to terms with what it is that you're dealing with. There's still a lot of murkiness and confusion there, however, right? Like gray. They thought that by getting you in bed, okay, follow me now. This is either what they thought or what they're thinking. By getting you in bed, okay, getting it over with. I'm sorry. Because they dumb. That's why I'm laughing, y'all. They stupid. Okay. Okay. Getting you in bed would rid them of these emotions. This is what they feel is going to turn this Two of Cups into the reverse. They feel like it's just the growing anticipation of wanting to bed you down. It's just this attachment that they have to you because they just need to get laid, and that's it. That's what I heard, you guys. Now, if the two of you have been intimate with one another, that did not happen. They're still having all the feels, and that's driving them crazy. It's driving them crazy. They cannot understand why this is happening to them. They're always able to just get rid of the emotions quick, fast, in a hurry. And for those of you who have not been intimate with this person just yet, they're still thinking that this is what's going to happen, right? The sex, then the emotions go out the window, and then they can move on to their next prospect. But that is not going to happen for them. It's not going to happen for you, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. Sorry to bust your bubble. But you're in love, bitch. Like, what? It's comical because I definitely feel like this is the game plan, or this is what they had planned for their escape. They're trying to escape you, okay? If this person outright rejected you, you guys, whether it be they started treating you differently, they ghosted you, they stopped talking to you, they stopped answering you, or they're just acting very different, very distant, very not there, it's because they cannot reconcile in their mind why they can't stop thinking about you, why these feelings are as such. This could be somebody who's never been in like love before, you guys, okay? So this is why they would think that, okay, if we just have sex, then that'll be the end of the emotions and I'll just be able to have the situationship in which I wanted. Okay? It may have really surprised this person, the things that they're feeling for you at this juncture, because that was never the plan. That was not their plan, you guys. It was never their plan to ever fall in love again, is what I'm hearing. Wow. Somebody really hurt them. Somebody really hurt them, you guys. They did. They did. And they punish people who make them feel loved. Yikes. This is... wow. That's really sad. Yeah, they're pointing me now to this Venus and 7th house card. So the Venus card is about love, you guys. It's about finding somebody really attractive, right? Wanting relationships, the luxury of being able to be vulnerable and be in connectivity with somebody that is on your level, somebody that seems to be made for you. But the 7th house shows as like a rival, an enemy, like a problem, an obstacle, like an injustice, okay? Something ain't quite right. And for those two to come out directly right after one another, that speaks to this energy for sure, you guys. All the feels, and then them thinking that because you made them feel this way, this Two of Cups, you're the enemy. You're their rival. They feel in danger. Wow. Very, very self-conscious at this point. People might not even recognize them. Like people who they have known for a long time. It's almost as if this person is not there mentally, right? Like they can't focus. Wow, 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 wow. Dare I say this is karma, right? I do know that this karma card is this person going towards a karmic cycle for sure because of their resistance to change. But I'm also now hearing intuitively that, like, didn't I say that they always do this? They're able to get over people once they have sex with them, but they're not going to be able to do that with you, and they haven't been able to do that with you. Damn. See, nostalgia, right? Like they're kind of thinking about like how it used to be. How they used to be able to detach emotionally, how they used to be able to just go on about their day after having a date with someone or after spending time with someone, but it's not that way with you. It's not that way with you. You're disturbing their peace. I'm sorry, look. Yeah. You're disturbing their peace. They've never had a connection where they wanted to hold on, especially after there has already been intimacy. Like this is somebody who possibly puts a lot on the sexual nature of connections, and then they're able to just kind of move on. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, longing. Right? They hate this shit, you guys. They do. They hate this. So I hate it ended this way. That it's now showing up as they feel like the old them is dead and gone, because where is all of these emotions coming from? They may have only been in love once in their life, if at all. They got really hurt, you guys. So everyone else must pay, and therefore nobody must open up this vulnerability of theirs. There are no emotions. They have no emotions for anybody. Okay, it says emotional detachment, and now here you come and they're thinking about you all the time. They're ruminating over any experiences the two of you have had. They are thinking about like details in specific conversations and shit that you taught them and aha moments. And they're thinking about how good you looked when they first saw you and all of this shit. Wow. Yeah. It's intense, you guys. It's a very intense longing for them to want to go back to how they were. Like emotionless, detached, don't give a fuck, don't care type of energy. Now, if you're the one who rejected this person, okay, or if you are the one that's pulling back, they want to go back to a time where they would not have cared about that. But they do. They do. They do. They want so very badly not to care, but you could want all day. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any control over this. None. Zero. Zero control over this. Sheesh. All right, let's pull just a little bit more here, and then I'm going to go over to the extended. Now, we will have new love in the extended, you guys, okay? Because listen, I apologized in the beginning because this is not something that you deserve. You're giving somebody your time, which is very precious, very valuable. Fuck. Your resources, your energy. I do feel like you poured into this person to an extent. I don't feel like you overgave, but I also don't feel like you got back what you poured into this. What you invested, you never got a return on that. So I don't know if this person is going to finally give in to the changes that they are being forced to make, right? It does feel like they're going to experience a tower, period. Hands down, they have to. That's neither here nor there. Okay, I'm more of a concern in reference to those of you who do want to move forward. And if you still want to engage with this, we will look at that as well. But we will have new love in the extended for sure. So give me a little bit more here. What else do we need to know? Yeah, see, 8 of Pentacles, right? 8 of Pentacles along with the 8 of Cups, right? I feel like this is somebody who definitely feels you moving on. They do. They can feel it energetically, or they can feel like it's about that time that you're going to realize that what you wanted out of this is possibly not going to come, and that what you put in this, you're possibly not going to get back. So you might as well just count your L, count your losses, and move towards your own true divine happiness, right? I feel like that's what you all are doing. That puts them in a very tough positioning because yeah, if they were their old self, then they wouldn't give a fuck. Then if you're moving on, it is what it is, and move on to the next, right? They could just be on to the next. And I do believe that for some of you, they've tried that, but they have been failing epically. They have been epically failing. I'm very interested to see what their next steps are going to be, and so that you could prepare yourself for that. So let's go ahead and get into the extended, okay? I want to see what this person's hopes and fears of the future of this connection. What is that? What's their end game? Like, what are they hoping for here? What are their intentions moving forward? That is very, very important, because we see that they're in between a rock and a hard place, which has absolutely nothing to do with you. But sometimes when people want to get out of a certain uncomfortability, they'll do whatever they need to do, even if they don't have your best interest at heart, right? So I need to look into that. Let's see, have there been any significant changes that this person has made yet, okay? That will give us an idea of if there has been an awakening and if the changes that were necessary for the two of you to actually work on things have been made, okay? And then I want to see what karma, what is this karmic cycle looking like? Okay, I want details. What karmic debts are they due in the near future? I also want to know what the lessons are within this. Why did it have to happen? That will also signify to us what lessons you would have needed to learn to move on to the next cycle. And if you've already learned those lessons, that's something that you would know. Okay, and you'll at least know what you need to work on if you're hell bent on getting towards a newer cycle. And then we'll look at their next steps, of course, so that you can fully prepare yourself for that and the best possible outcome. Whether you decide to re-engage this or move on to new, I'm going to look at both. There's no judgment, of course, you guys, okay? So then we're going to get right into your subconscious blockages. Before we tap into the new love, I need to kind of get you in the energy of only high vibrational people. So what subconscious blockages does the divine need you to fully remove and work on in order to become invisible to all toxicity and low vibrational energies as you go towards this newer cycle? Okay, and how do they suggest you do that in the least amount of time? And then we're gonna get right into new love. So who's coming in? Only the good, only the new, all right? What is this person like? What's their personality like? What's the sexiest thing about this individual? And what would they find sexiest about you? That's gonna give you an idea of who I'm talking about, okay? It's gonna let you know who to focus on and who to put your energy and resources into. What are any warnings that you need to know about in reference to this newer connection prior to committing to this person? What's the potential for things to go all the way in the next cycle? And then I also want to know, what is an exact sign or synchronicity that spirit will give to you to signify that you've met your divine counterpart? I want to spy out for you a little bit, and then we will get your advice, okay, in reference to how you can bring about the life that you desire of happiness and fulfillment. Whatever that recipe is like for you, it's different for everybody. How can you bring that about in the least amount of time according to the divine? And lastly, sheesh, we got a lot to unpack. How long is this shit gonna be? I don't know. We'll have an Ask the Universe reading, okay? I'll use this deck, give you a chance to ask a couple of questions of your own, but I will have more details and directions over in the extended for that, okay? So please, without further ado, click that like button, as well as the subscribe button, and I'm gonna put the link for the extended down below in the description box. I'm gonna see y'all over there, all right?